The WrestleMania Showcase tag matches. This has been something that has been thrown together last minute, obviously, to get people on the card. In the men's showcase match, we have the Street Profits versus Braun and Ricochet, the Viking Raiders and Alpha Academy. In the women's tag team division, we only have one team that has qualified as Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. But Brian wanted to have this segment on here for obvious reasons. The floor is yours.
What in the world are the point of these two fucking matches?
Mhm.
Why are we
Showcase.
wasting? Why are we wasting space on the card with this nonsense? First of all, number one, did we not see a report that Triple H for WrestleMania this year was going to try to make the card a lot smaller? Actually have matches on the card that actually have good stories or our attraction matches or have fucking stakes that these two matches do not have. We got oh my goodness. At least allow the matches to be for the number one contender for the respective tag team titles. At least then people will actually want to see the matches and see, gee, who's going to be number one contender? And then it actually puts more interest onto the KO and the Usos match now because now you see who the number one contenders are going to be. And you don't put the stakes on it. For what purpose are we having this match? Why? Because we want to get everybody on the card to show that
it's a
hey,
showcase. It's a showcase.
Like, hey, we're a great company. All these guys worked hard this year on the house shows and stuff. So let's just put them on the card to show our gratitude. Like
it's a showcase.
The Oscars. It's Hollywood.
Exactly. I was watching WrestleMania 10 the other day. And when I look at that, and I look at the card, some of the matches were kind of goofy, but all these matches kind of had, even though some of them didn't have stakes per se, all of them at least had stories attached to it.
Yeah.
So, and the card was a lot smaller, and you could tell, like, based upon what they were doing during that time, those stories were worthy of being on the card, especially Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon in the ladder match.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And now to fast forward to now years later, and this hasn't just been this WrestleMania. This has been recent WrestleManias. They've done this where they pretty much put everybody on the card for no reason, for no stakes, just to put them on the card to say thank you for working hard this year. I really don't understand that point. Eric Bischoff, Jim Cornette. I've actually listened to these guys talk. They're saying the same thing I'm saying right now. That it doesn't have stakes. Nobody gives a shit. Like these two matches, people are going to be going to get food. People are going to go on their phones. People who are going to be at home smoking joints are going to go outside and go. Let's go smoke one. We don't care about this. Like what? Lucy, go ahead, man.
I get it, and they should at least be like. The winner, at least the winner of this match becomes the next number one contender. Like, at least give them something. Shit, you could have made a ladder match or whoever gets the contract or whatever. It doesn't have to be a Money in the Bank, but something.
I would have preferred that. Like, they qualify for Money in the Bank.
But the
one,
sorry.
Put something on it.
There is no women's tag team division. I would say this. There is no women's tag team division. And the women's tag team are they being defended? They're not.
Nope.
They're not.
At least put them in the match. Put them in the match. How about that? No. Like
I'm just
what I was just doing right now is like, and I get it. They're probably just trying to give more people more spots, but I also believe it's because they probably also don't have enough matches to fill 2 nights.
Yeah.
You know, like, and
if this was a one-night card, if this was a one-night card without the showcase matches, it will be too much. It will be too much. It's too much wrestling.
Yeah, because I'm writing down. I'm like, what are all the matches that we have already? And It's barely like 10 matches. You got Rhea Charlotte, Bianca Asuka, Roman Cody, Uso Sammy, Seth Logan, Gunther triple threat, John Cena in Theory, and then you just got Baraka Omos, and then Edge and Finn. Am I missing it? And then you get the 2 showcases. Showcase.
See, like, all those matches that you just named either have stakes or have a long ass feud attached to it, where this is going to be the blow off, or it's an attraction. One of those 3. These 2 showcase matches are neither of those 3. It's just, like I said, it's just an excuse to put people on the card to say thank you for working hard this year.
Hey, they gotta get paid, man.
No, you do. No. We need to go back to the days where you gotta earn your you gotta earn it. You gotta be getting over with the friends. You gotta be selling merchandise. You gotta be making the company's money. Doing that, then they can put you.
You gotta be in the promo commercials.
You gotta be making the company money.
In the opening for Raw or SmackDown.
Put you in a situation where you earn it. Like, you gotta earn it. They don't just put you on the card before working hard. Everybody in that company works hard. It's $1 billion company. Everybody works hard in that damn company. I can't just be the.
They're not doing the battle royal. They're not doing the battle royal, right? So it's like they have to find something, right? So I mean, my whole thing. The only thing that can make this even remotely entertaining, I felt like this could have been an opportunity to bring a team back or something like that, or like somebody of your favorites. Like, keep a spot open, especially in the men's. Bring a tag team back or something like that. But most importantly, if they had stakes in terms of like a number 1 contendership match, whatever the case may be, something. It's like we don't even know who the other 3 women teams are.
There are no teams. It's just women. It's just
all blank right now. So it's this
is who it's gonna be. It's gonna be a Natalia with fucking Carmella. Then it's gonna be they just made that other tag team, Piper and Chelsea, and then
speaking of Natalia, who was just teaming up with Tegan Knox recently on SmackDown for a couple of weeks against Ronda and Shayna. So this past Friday, she's randomly teaming up with Emma to qualify for this match.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So I'm thinking, like, wasn't she teaming with Natalia? What just happened? Like,
there is no tag team division.
They have booked this terribly. Like, Liv Morgan was hardcore, right? Going through tables and shit like that. Now she's teaming with Raquel Rodriguez, who I thought was going to be a breakout star on SmackDown, especially SmackDown being the worker show, right? Like, she's got size, she's got strength, and all they do is they have these monster heels and these types of roles here as women and stuff like that. They did it with Ronda Rousey. They did it with other people. Oh, come up here and smile. She's not supposed to be coming up in here and smiling. I hate that they do that with her character.
No, she's gonna turn soon though. I think she's
way better.
I just think that when Triple H took over creative, she was still in the middle of it. So I think he was just gonna let it ride out. And I think after WrestleMania, he's gonna book her like she wasn't.
Is that something that you guys think like this was just to get the kind of like the residue of Vince out the way? Like these WrestleMania is like the last Vince show, and then like a reset after Raw is kind of where they can pick up and actually
it's already started. People's names, like I guarantee. I honestly think that's right because it's like the Monday Night Raw right after WrestleMania is like a reset.
Yeah.
You could literally be like you got fucking. They're saying Pete Dunne's coming back. They're saying Raquel could easily just become a heel. Whoever wins between Charlotte and Rhea, I think she should step into that role and she can like easily make a name for herself.
And stand toe to toe with those women.
Exactly. Like size, skill, whatever. But it's just like this tag team division. I'm sorry.
It doesn't exist.
Just you might as well. And honestly, it's like when the whole Sasha and Naomi, like
I was just thinking that. Yep.
Why they left? Like it's shit's trash. It hasn't changed. There's no division. You're not create actual tag teams, you've had like 3 tag teams ever. You know, like you have the men's, like the Street Profits, the Viking Raiders. Give these people actual tag team names. Those are, oh, Natalia and this person. Oh, this week is Natalia and whoever. Like it diminishes everything that what tag teams is supposed to be.
Yeah. My thing on that is like, there's 3 hours on Raw. Like you could be building up the women's division over time. Like they could have been doing that. SmackDown
They should be having tournaments, something like those tag titles are not defended. Damage Control had them for how long? They probably defended them once before that. Like,
I mean,
now Becky and Lita have them. It's just like,
I mean, what
are we doing?
When Sasha and Naomi initially walked out, you know, they did have a tournament for the titles, but I don't know how many of those teams are either still
together.
Who remembers any of those teams? Who was a team back then? Who was a team back then?
Some of those teams were in NXT. I mean, Toxic Attraction, they're no more.
Yep.
It broken up.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's like it's just a puzzle they haven't been able to figure out or care about yet on the women's match.
It shouldn't be so hard. Like you have the men's blueprint is right there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you, they're just trying to get past WrestleMania and then they can really restart, because I feel like they're trying to wait until everything's kind of like dead or reset, and it's like, okay, this is a reset after WrestleMania. Like we can finally hopefully they start putting something together, because it's like the women booked overall outside the only match I really care about for the women is Charlotte and Rhea right now. And we can get into that. I can kind of move into that, but it's